Well, kind of describe Tent City and who lives down there.
When I stayed down there, there was about 15 tents in a circle. We had about 20 tarps put up over them. We had about 2 couches, 3 chairs, a kitchen table. It was really nice. And then a lot of stuff started going on, so around November, December of last year, they came down and started burning people out because of everything that was going on.
What does that mean? What'd they do?
The fire department would come down and start catching people's tents on fire, literally burning them out. I think we luckily had all of our stuff gone before that happened. They got a few things, but not anything really valuable, just stuff that we couldn't pick up and carry to another spot.
Was one of your tents the one that was burned out? No.
I think all the tents were almost gone by then, except a few from people who refused to leave because this is where they had been for years, 8 to 10 years.
Wow. How long did you stay down here?
From February until November.
9 months, you said?
Yes.
How did you finally, how were you finally able to move out and get into an apartment?
Well, the whole time I stayed down there, I was working. I would get up at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and walk to work. It just wasn't enough.
Where did you work?
Panhandle support. It's a in-home healthcare.
Okay.
I just wasn't getting enough hours. There wasn't enough people who needed the work, so I just wasn't making enough to get a place. And one of the guys that was staying down there, I would go with him to his family's a lot, and I started staying with them. And then my mom and I moved in with my aunt, and she finally got approved for her Social Security, and I got the job at the Children's Home Society, so now we have our own place.
That's great. How did you end up in the Salvation Army home in the first place? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but
when my dad passed away, we had lost all the income that we had. We were staying with my sister. I got a check up until I was 18, but it wasn't enough for us to go out and get a place of our own. And then one day, my sister just decided to up and move and not tell us. So when we came home that day, she was moving out and we had nowhere else to go but here. So that's how it all started.
And you're only allowed
8 weeks.
8 weeks at Salvation Army, and then you have to rotate out. So that's when you move down to Tent City.
You're allowed, it's 8 weeks a year. You can come and stay for a week and then leave and then come back, but you're not allowed to exceed 8 weeks a year. They do make some exceptions. I'm not sure what they are, but they do make some.
So, that's great. Now you're working at Children's Home Society, which helps other homeless youth, right, under 18?
Well, I actually work for the after-school program. What I do with Lisa is kind of just on my own, volunteer.
What do you do?
Going out. When I'm working with Lisa, when I go with Lisa, go out and we call it our homeless hunt. We try to find people who need help, and we take them blankets and stuff that we had got from donations. So it's just kind of something that I can relate to a lot. So
it's really great that you're doing that. Yeah, it's awesome.